Okay, guys. Congratulations to Coach Zimmer and their players and their coaches. They did a great job today. Didn't do enough things to win the football game, and it starts with me. We talk about it every single week, why you've got to be ready to go because it is a very humbling league, and definitely got humbled today by a very good team. And you got to look at yourself critically. I've got to do a much better job for our team and especially for our offense. Didn't put them in enough good situations today. But every single loss provides a great opportunity for us to handle some adversity the right way. And up to this point, our team has done that. We've got to make sure that we look at this film, get some of the things cleaned up, and then be ready to move forward for the Saints game coming up this week. Yeah, I think they did a good job. They were efficient on some early downs, and whether it be incompletions or some tough times getting the run going. We were in some second and longs, and then you get into the third and longs, and that's where they're at their best, and that's why they're one of the top defenses in the league. I thought the turnover really hurt us, where we kind of strung together a drive, and it's a third down, and we're going to be inside the 2-yard line if that's not a touchdown right there. But they made the plays. We didn't do it, and I certainly hats off to Coach Zimmer. Just from a defensive standpoint, great game plan. I didn't do nearly a good enough job for our offense and for our team as a whole today. I thought Jared handled it pretty well. I think given the circumstances, some of the spots I put him in, Gary, I thought he took what was there. They did a nice job defending some of the things. I thought it was difficult that we weren't able to get some of the explosives that we're accustomed to, but that's why they are a good defense. They played good tight coverage. They had some good disguises and some different things that disrupted our timing and our rhythm. And, overall, just in terms of just the manage of the game, just being even-keeled throughout when could have been really frustrated. Jared continues to take steps. There'll always be things, Gary, that we can look at and clean up, but I've got to do a better job for him and for our offense, like I mentioned. Absolutely. Just having a little bit better balance, some rhythm, some continuity. I don't think I really ever gave us a chance to do that, whether it be some of the incompletions or some of the inefficient things on first down, where now you get into the second downs, you get into the third downs, and I never really gave us a chance to kind of get into that flow and rhythm, and that's something got to look critically at yourself and find a way to get it fixed moving forward. A couple times just in some third down situations when we were in the gun operating out of the silent. It did a couple times, but for the most part, I thought our players handled it pretty well. It's a great atmosphere, a lot of great energy. They have great fans, and they definitely disrupt some things. But overall, we've got to eliminate. We can never take delay games and things like that. But all of these things are, opportunities for us to look at it, gather ourselves together, and then move forward in a positive manner. I think they've got a great offense, and I think Coach Shermer and they do a great job. And we expect the guys, if they are asked to kind of step up and step in, we have confidence in those players. You see why they have some good playmakers on the perimeter. They did a good job making plays today, and certainly it makes it difficult when you lose Nikel and when you lose Kayvon. But we got a lot of confidence in some of those younger corners to step up and contribute and compete the right way as well. Oh, of course, yeah. Of course, you talk to Cooper. You let him know that these are things that do occur in the NFL and really in football. And I think he knows that. He's a mentally tough guy. He's responded to adversity throughout the course of his career, and he's a mentally tough player. We have a lot of confidence in him. Certainly, a couple plays don't dictate and determine what kind of player you are. It's about how you respond. We're supporting him. We trust that he'll respond the right way. And he still did make a couple plays in that game he did some really good things. So. With our team as a whole, but especially Cooper, we trust that he knows that we're behind him. He's a mentally tough guy. You give yourself a chance to look at it, fix some of the things that are correctable, and then you don't let it affect your ability to move forward in a positive manner. It was just tough to be able to get into any sort of rhythm, because I think they did a good job getting us off the grass. Didn't really get enough plays off, and you'd like to be able to get some of those substitutions and things like that, and kind of wanted to be able to do that. And just with our inability to sustain drives, Gary, it was tough to get him going. But again, he's a player that we have to do a good job of. I've got to get him involved in the game, and it starts with being able to just get more opportunities, which we really didn't get, which is a credit to their defense. I think each game presents different challenges and different opportunities to look at yourself from an improvement and things that you felt like you did well. And today we played against a very good football team. They're 8-2 for a reason. They did a good job today. They outplayed us. And those are things that it's one game. And now we've got an opportunity to really look at ourselves, see what we can do to respond. So far this year, when we have faced that adversity, Gary, I love the way that our team and our coaching staff has responded to that. And while we do have a lot of respect for the Vikings, we've got to look at that game and then move forward. And then it's about getting ready for the New Orleans Saints, because all these games count for one. Every week entails a lot of different challenges. And certainly this week, there was a lot of challenges, a lot of things that you see why they are a very complete football team that's good in all three phases. And now we're going to be facing a very similar opponent in the New Orleans Saints that'll present a great challenge for us coming into L.A. It's just his shoulder. They're getting it checked out right now. It happened so late in the game. Not exactly sure there, so he's getting that checked out right now. I thought, he did a good job. I mean, being able to create some off-schedule plays, finding guys late down the field, and then you could see when he had a chance to get some completions where the ball's coming out in the rhythm and timing, whether we were pressuring or changing that launch point like we've talked about. He played very efficiently, did a good job of sustaining drives, some key third down situations, and he's a great competitor, so I thought he did a nice job today.